Okay, so I know I made a video about going from $0 to $10,000 a month to Amazon FBA, and that was a lot of your mental, kind of how you think about getting there. I want to break it down into numbers so you know exactly how much money you need to spend, how you can actually get there, and actual things you can do right now that you can act on after you're done watching this video, so you actually get an understanding of what you have to invest in product, where to go and find the product, so you can actually make your very first $10,000 a month with Amazon. Now, I shouldn't say $10,000 a month, because I should be saying just $10,000 in profit, because everyone's starting with a different budget, right? In order to hit $10,000 a month in profit, if you're buying products at a 50% ROI, you need to be spending $20,000, and not everyone has $20,000 to spend. So you might only be starting with a $2,000 budget. In that case, it's going to take you a couple more months. Okay, but draw this up in ways you guys can understand pretty easily. But getting to your first 10K profit with FBA. Okay, number one thing, of course, capital. So in order to get to $10,000 a month, like I said, let's just say a typical OA ROI is, let's use 50% as a way because it's easy to calculate. So you would need to spend 20K in product to get to 10,000 profit. Okay, obviously if you're sourcing products at a less ROI, then you need to spend more. So if 30,000, that's like a 33% ROI to get to the same 10,000. Okay, so you need to have capital, right? If you don't have this money to invest in products, well, then there's no way you're going to get to $10,000 in profit. Okay, the next thing is obviously sourcing. Typically, a product can generate me, a very average product makes me about $400 a month, okay? So in this, let's just round it up to 500. Let's use 500. So in this terms, right, we need to have 20 products that are generating us $500 a month to get to $10,000. So we need to be able to source products efficiently. And not every product is going to make you $500. Some products are going to make you $1,000. Some products will make you $60, okay? But you need an average of $500 if you have 20 products. So obviously, if you have products that are making you less money, maybe they're not selling as quick, then obviously you would need more products, like maybe 50 products, okay? Me, myself, I have over 100 products on my store. They're all making me, some are making me $60, some are making me $1,000, some $2,000, some $800. It's all over the place. But what you have to realize when it comes to sourcing is that it's a combination of all of your products, okay? You can't just look at it on a product per product basis. It has to be looked at as product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of them combined is what's getting you to your goal of $10,000 in profit, okay? So if you see one product and you're doing sourcing, you're like, oh, this product's only going to make me $60. That's not worth it. Okay, well, that's just one extra product. Takes you 2 seconds to put a label on, send it into Amazon, and then start making money, $60 a month. Now you're making $60 a month from this product while it's good. Find another one, $400 a month, right? This is just as valuable as this. Obviously, it's not. This is making more money. But if you just neglect these, well, if you neglect 5 of those, well, now that's $300. So now that this, 5 products making you $60 a month, that's $300. If you neglected all of these, then you wouldn't be getting this, right? So that's kind of why it all makes sense like that. Like, you cannot look at it on a product per product basis with FBA. That is the number one thing I can stress. If you want to build a long-term FBA business, it has to be as a group. You should try and go as wide as you can. So if one product, like if this product goes south, that's a pretty big loss, $400 a month lost. Whereas if one of these products goes south, it's not that big of a deal, right? And the chances of all 5 of them going out is way less than the chances of one of these going out at 400. So again, if you lose one of the 5, well, now you're just down to 240. Okay, that's still not that bad. So that's the number one thing with sourcing is you got to keep an open mind, and you have to realize that it's not on a product basis. It's on a combination basis. So you always have to be finding new products. Anything you find profitably, whatever your ROI minimum is, go for it. Okay, that's going to help you get to the 10K as fast as possible. I work with so many people that we find a product profitably. It's only making them $1.50 per unit, but it costs them $3. So it's a 50% ROI. They could sell 100 of them. So that product can generate them $150 a month. But to them, they just don't think it's worth it until they actually do it and then realize, oh, okay, well, yeah, I get it, dude. Like now I'm actually making $5,000 a month, and it's a combination of all of them. So number one thing to learn, new people don't understand that. So get that, kind of realize that that's how you should approach it. So that is our sourcing. Don't neglect a single product. Bring everything on. That's the quickest way to get to 10K profit. But in terms of capital, right, kind of how I discussed earlier, depends what you have to start with. So if you have a really small budget, if you're only starting with $2,000, Okay, well, in order to get to $10,000, like this is probably only going to yield you maybe $1,000 in a month. If you can spend $2,000 in like a week, well, then you can probably sell through your inventory pretty quick. That's not that much inventory to sell through, so it should easily sell. And that's at a 50% ROI. Now, that's pretty high, right? That's why capital is so important. But I think when you're starting off, let's just say you start with 2,000, but you have more money to play with. You just don't want to risk it because you think it's risky, even though it's not. Right? You'll make your $1,000, get the proof of concept, and then you can pretty comfortably, input more money. This is what I did. This is what most people do. I started pretty low, and then as soon as I got the proof of concept, I was running up my credit card. So I got to a point where I set a spend goal, right? This is the next thing that you really want to hit to get to the solid $10,000 profit, at least 10,000 profit, revolving 30. Might not be like a specific month, but revolving 30 to eventually get to 10,000 consistent months. You have a spend goal. So let's use that same example of $20,000. If you have 20K, this should be enough money to make 10K profit. So in this situation, you'd want to spend 20K within a 30-day period. That's going to get you how much you want to spend each and every single day. And what is that? I think it's like $600 or something. 600 is okay. Let's just use 650. $650 a day in spend. Never miss a day. Spend $650 a day. Try and use it on new products. Obviously, if you sell out of products, you can use some of your spend to restock the products that you need. But if you spend $650 a day on products at a 50% ROI, within 2 months, you will be getting to a point where you're making 10K in profit. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. 20K in spend. This is going to equate to about 40 to 50K in sales. Okay, and that's going to put you again right around 10K profit at about let's just use 20% margin, which is a very healthy margin. Again, it's not that easy to find products at 50% ROI. That's why with more money, if you invest more money, obviously it's going to be way easier to source, way easier to find products at like a 30, 40, 25% ROI. But in that case, you would need to spend more than 20K. You would need to, if you want to work at a 25% ROI, you need to double this. So you need to be spending 40K on products to get to 10K profit. So I'm breaking it all down for you. And this is a big goal. 10K a month is a lot of money. That's 120K a year from just this one Amazon business. And it's a lot of money. Okay. But in terms of the work that it requires to prep the products, comparison to like jobs and work time, it's nothing. So again, you could probably do that, consistently sourcing. That'd probably only be like maybe 10 hours a week of prepping. So 10 hours to prep, maybe even like 5 hours of prepping. And if you outsource that, that's one less thing you have to worry about. Okay, but it's learning how to source. And a lot of those products that you end up sourcing, that you bring on will be profitable for a little bit longer. They're not all going to last forever. That's why you always have to actively be sourcing either yourself or with a virtual assistant. But either way, someone should be bringing on new products for you each and every single month. At least every week, you should be bringing on new products. That way, when one dries up, it's not a big deal because you have other ones to choose from. And then you want to, obviously in the beginning, you don't know, but you're going to optimize your listing. So for me, I had very bad margin because when I was aggressively scaling, I was like at 10%, very hard to see profit. But as soon as I dialed in my products and I dialed in my capital, I knew exactly what gave me the most margin because I tested it. I had the data from the returns and everything, and then I was able to double my margin just like that. My revenue slightly dropped a little bit, but it's okay because I'm making more money. I can actually see the profit. So that's the quickest way to get to 10K profit. Okay, you need to know, You need to know how much capital you're starting with. Less capital, you need higher ROI. More capital, it should be easier to spend the money because you're purchasing products that are easier to find. And again, that's just how it goes with capital. And with sourcing, you cannot look at it on a product per product basis. That's the number one thing. You can take anything away from that. So Amazon's not like any other business. You need to learn to source. So I can post all the videos on sourcing, which I have a couple on my page you can go look at to learn. But these are things that I didn't know as a new seller and things that I know people I work with don't know as a new seller. It's like they don't realize that everyone comes to me saying, I just want 5 products that make me $40 per sale. I'm like, okay, that's wishful thinking. And your business is very in that case is volatile because if one product goes out, that's 20% of your business. So okay, that's one issue. The second issue is it's gonna be so hard to find those kind of products. Like who's gonna actually sell your products at that much of a discount? Right? Unless you're selling like oversized products, but in that case you're spending a lot, so your ROI still might not be the best. And then you got to worry about returns. There's just always issues. So I think the easiest way to do it again is to just focus on a product per product basis, bring on new products on a daily basis. Either you source every day or find someone else to source. Realize that your capital is the number one thing that's important about getting to your profit goals. So do the math in your head, or get a calculator, whatever, do the math to figure out how much you need to hit 10K. But that is how you break down getting to 10K profit: your capital and then your ability to source. But look, I know you're probably watching this video. You might be a little confused. This is a business. It's definitely not as straightforward. A lot of people make it seem like it's straightforward, and that's why everyone thinks it's easy, and they just want to go and scan products at the store. But that's really not how it works in real life. That's not what they're doing either. But it's what gets views. So I know this video is not going to get a crazy amount of views and engagement, but the people that actually do watch it and are sticking till the end and actually soaking up all this info, trust me, this is this type of stuff that you might not be thinking about now, but in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months of doing your business, this is the type of stuff that's going to come up, and this is what's going to help you get past to the next level. So hope you found value in this video, and realize that it comes down to your capital and your sourcing, and everyone has to be in a different position. Okay, so I know that was a lot of nerd math, but if you're serious about selling on Amazon, and if you watch this video, then I know you are, and you want help finding products like this Prime, or you want to find random products like this that can generate you $60, $100, $1,000 in profit every single month, like those. I have a bunch of videos across my page that'll show you exactly how you can do that. I have like 700 videos across my TikTok and IG as well. They're linked below. But if you want one-on-one guidance from me, myself, you want me to go in your business, help you find products, show you exactly how I'm doing it, then click that link below. It's a Calendly link. Book a call with me. Just get on, see where you're at with your business, what your goals are, what your revenue goals are, what you're currently at, and then based off of that, maybe we can work together. I will say you do need some capital. I can't help you if you only have $500 to invest in products. You need some solid capital, and I can for sure help you scale and teach you exactly how to run the business. So again, that's linked below if you do want one-on-one guidance, and if not, I'll see you guys next video.